This conference will now be recorded.
Well, thank you all for joining me today for the virtual business networking meeting. We have some folks that have been here before. We have some folks that are new. So I'll basically try to keep my introduction as short as possible. What we do is first we go through a round of introductions. I've got everybody muted right now from my side. So I'll unmute you in the same order that I see you on my computer screen here. Please unmute yourself from your side if you did that, and take 1 or 2 minutes to introduce yourself, your name, maybe what city you're in, because there's people from different cities, what your product or service is, and then maybe most importantly, what type of customer or referral you would like to receive from the other participants here in our networking meeting. Then after that, I'll open it up for everybody to ask questions. Hopefully the introductions triggered some questions that you want to explore. And then after that, we'll open it up for a general business conversation. And that should take us about 30 to 45 minutes. And that's pretty much the agenda for today's meeting. So I'm going to start. The very first person I have on my list, I see somebody coming on, but we'll go back to that. Alejandra, I don't know what you do. You're always first on my list, so congratulations. You want to introduce yourself to the rest of the group, please?
Absolutely. It must be that my name starts with an A.
Maybe.
Either that or it's because I'm from Uruguay and you like that.
We're going to have to do it in Spanish, by the way. Everybody be forewarned.
So, Robert, I actually drove by your home this morning. I actually drove from Rochester this morning. I actually rented a house in front of Lake Ontario, and I saw buffalo. I'm like, oh. So I drove by you today. Weird as it sounds, because I am in Pittsburgh right now. But my name is Alejandra. I am originally from Uruguay. I've been in the United States for a long time, so I call this my home now. And first and foremost, want to thank Sal for putting this together so diligently and so amazingly. It sends us all our contact information after, considering we're not exchanging business cards. And so he takes the extra step to do that. And Sal, really much appreciate everything that you do here. I'm going to be a permanent staple here, if that's okay with you, because I love your meetings. So, but what I do is I actually market services, essential services. I never knew that the word essential was ever going to be so relevant for both residential as well as businesses, from electricity all the way to home security, payment processing. So I partner up with major corporations, multinational corporations, AT&T, Verizon, Vivint Home Security, etc. And the way that we market is by helping people generate residual income on services. So I help everyday individuals to generate residual income on a side way, as a side thing, initially at least, on essential services that people use every single day. I absolutely love what I do because it not only gives me the opportunity to have freedom. I used to work as Vice President of Compliance for American Express, and my business retired me from it. So it allows me a freedom that I never knew. It allows me to help people, especially today. There's a lot of business owners that are hurting. I was reading the Yelp statistics, 50% of restaurants not opening back again. I mean, that is just heartbreaking to me. Just to see what's happening, in today's world, and it's not going to get any better anytime soon. Actually, we're going backwards, I feel. So if you know any business owner that today could use another stream of income, if you know anybody that has a traditional job that could use another stream of income, if you know real estate professionals, such as agents, brokers, title people, mortgage people, those people are in front of services every single day and not getting anything back from referring those services. So those are my best referrals. Just people that are looking for another stream of income. We have 17 years in the business with my husband, so we know what we're doing, and we lead a lot of people to do the right thing in our business, and we happily do it. So thank you, Sal, for letting me share.
Absolutely, thank you. Let's see, who do we have here? Okay, Alex, if you want to introduce yourself and mention where you are and maybe what a good referral would be for you.
Sure. So my name is Alex Gallimore. I am in Orlando, Florida, and I just started opening my financial practice with New York Life. So I'm a financial services professional. We do life insurance, we do long-term care, annuities, variable products, mutual funds, that sort of thing. So my target market right now is trying to get to know young families, people just starting out in life, getting married, getting their first house, having children, young professionals. That's who I'm most, I think, would be my best market. So I can capture that market and continue to provide service to them for the rest of their lives. So that's what I do. And thank you, Sal, for allowing me to introduce myself.
Thank you. All right. Barbara, you're an old pro at this. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Hi, Sal. Nice to see you again. Hi, JoAnn. So I am the love coach. I am the owner of the Best You Dating and Life Coaching. And I love helping singles who are frustrated and lonely by teaching them how to discover their own self-worth so they can fall in love. So an ideal client would be obviously somebody who is single, be it from never being married to divorced or widowed or widower, to help them figure out their special gifts, as well as the kind of person they would like to bring into their life and what kind of relationship they ultimately would like to have. And so we work on their own self-discovery as well as working out issues that could be blocking them, and then help them create an online profile and great pictures and get them started on the online dating world. And I help them with the communication and meeting process so that they have better success.
Excellent. And see, I've got a question for you, but I'll behave. I'll save it for the end of the introductions. JoAnn,
Yes.
would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure, and you can see me, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I've done something that all I have is a go-to meeting advertisement. I'm JoAnn Forrester, also known as the Empress of Biz, a longtime entrepreneur, actually over 35 years in business, and I was 5 when I started. But I would say what I'm in the midst of change, as many people are. Somewhat semi-retired, so that means I'm only working 40 hours instead of 80. But I'm doing a lot of writing and coaching and helping one person right now write her book, a story of a mother who has dealt with a child with severe autism and their journey to bring him to functioning. And then I'm working with other clients in preparing events. I love to write, and often that would bring in some good money. But, you know, I basically was a business planner and went out and got financing for clients, and I've raised small deals, but over $50 million in small deals. But I don't want to do that anymore, to be honest. I like analyzing things. I like making sure the deal's right, but I don't want to chase the money anymore. It's just, I've reached that point I don't have to. The good client for me is someone who would like their story told, would like from a short profile to submit it to an award nomination, or if they have a book inside them that they want to get out. I've been working, actually my clients have won over 300 awards nationally, regionally, and locally. So I'm looking for someone who has a story they want to tell, that they want to get out, that especially now, we can't get out, or we're not supposed to get out, or whatever world we're in right now. So our story needs to be told, and it needs to be told in a way that gets people interested. So that's what I'm looking for.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Oh, and the podcast. Let's don't forget that.
Oh yeah, plug the podcast.
Yes. Sal and I do a business series podcast. Barbara's been on with us. We had a great time with her. We also we interview people. We find subjects that we're interested in and people that we think is going to enjoy having some publicity and just talking about business. So I have my own podcast, The Empress of Biz, Listen, Learn, Prosper. But I also do a special series with Sal, and it's a lot of fun. So if any of you are interested, let us know.
Yeah, and let me just say two things real quick to piggyback on that. We do it kind of in the same fashion. Of course, it's just the three of us, and same thing. We record it, so I know a lot of people put it on their websites, use it as testimonials or whatever. So it's a nice little marketing tool that you can use when we're done, and people like it. All right. Is it Micah? Micah. Oh wait, you got to unmute yourself.
Micah, like the rock.
Micah. Okay, excellent. Well, if you would please introduce yourself to the rest of the group and kind of same thing, where you're at and what would be a good referral.
Right now, I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm visiting my mom. I just came here from Vermont. I was working with FedEx for a little while, but my skills are basically research and development, which is also included marketing. I like to find new ways to promote products, and in some of the most awkward and unique ways, because a lot of people tend to go towards the market that they feel is appropriate for their business. And I think that if you notice the commercials for the insurance companies these days, they changed it up a little bit and made it so that it was a little more interesting and a little bit off. And I think that was kind of attractive in a way. But basically, my field that I've worked in a lot is the gas and oil field. I've done research and development for them. I was the one that made the machines work, added the pumps. I'm the one that made the tables and stuff to work whatever I needed to work for the job, the tool that needed. I basically made the tool. But basically, my whole thing is just to find the best thing that works for your company and whatever your situation is, and to make it work for you, or even more efficiently, of course, and be within budget, of course. And I'm very diverse in a lot of things. You can't just discount that just a gas and oil field. I was a business-to-business marketer for insurance for a while, so I have that field as well. But for a lot of businesses, I'm not going to get into everything because I don't really want to take a lot of people's time. But I'm basically a private research and development person, simply because when you do research and development for companies, they have a certain privacy content that you have to abide by. And of course, I won't be able to tell you details about certain things that I've done, because they also patent these things and whatever. So I'm interested in new clients. I haven't got a major list of clients. The thing is, I don't really like a major list, because I am the type of person that likes to take one thing at a time. I am by no means a person that wants to do 18 different things at one time. First of all, I'd be way out of my element. I'd need you, JoAnn, to help me out with that situation. But and probably all of you in one way or another. But you might find me interesting, JoAnn. I actually hiked for like 640 miles. I spent a month and a half restoring houses to make a living. And, I had an interesting journey. It was just one of those days I was going through life changes, and I just wanted to find out what I wanted to do in life. And I found a lot of things out in life, and it was very exciting. But I guess that's basically, I don't want to talk too much because I want to take over the program. I'm not interested in that. So, Sal, back to you.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And I've noticed some of you are doing this already because I forgot to say it, but luckily we have some people that have been to this before. Please put your contact information in the chat because I'll, like Alejandra said it later, I'll also email out the chat log. So put in there whatever you want to share, whether it's your website, your phone number, LinkedIn address, or whatever it is. Whatever you put in there, I will share with the whole group. And be aware, whatever you put in there, I will share with the whole group. All right, here we go. Who's next on my list here? Robert, you're next on my list. Could you please introduce yourself and say where you're from and what a good referral for you would be?
Okay, cool. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robert Grant. I am the owner of WNY Merchant Consulting. Even though it's in the Western New York area, I can do business all over the country and out of state. So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I grew up, in the trade doing metal fabrication. When I graduated, I went straight into the Air Force. So I'm a veteran. When I got out, I went into the music industry and I had some major amount of successes in the music industry. I'm still heavily active in the music industry as well. That's my artist name right there. I put that in the middle so you guys can Google and check it out. So how I got into business is that I understand about passive and residual income, like Alexandra was saying. So I get royalties. I do a lot of like publishing and licensing for TV and film. Also, I do a lot of theme music for TV shows and movies. And like I said, I had some major successes working with multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated, award-winning producers and artists as well. So how I got into the corporate world was my aunt was very famous. She won like 5 Grammys. And she taught me about like corporate America, how they would pay her like $100,000 to do like a show for like the holiday season. So she would take like breaks and just do like corporate parties for like, the whole season and like make it like $1 million. So I said, I need to find out more about, corporate America. So what I found out was, doing credit card processing, like Alexandra was saying, about residual income. So I wanted to diversify my portfolio and create more revenue streams, multiple revenue streams. So I've been in this industry about 10 years, a little bit over 10, and I worked for a lot of Fortune 500 companies in the credit card industry. I worked with a lot of direct processors, and what I come to realize that they all try to differentiate themselves from other companies, but at the end of the day, say if they got bought out by the competitor, they become just like their competitor. So what I want to do is be more of an independent and be more of an advocate for small, medium-sized businesses. I do have like large accounts. I do a lot of B2B, but I want to be more of an advocate for the small and medium size. And control the pricing, control the things that are, the fees and stuff like that come on the bill. So that's the space I'm in right now. So I like to say what I can give first, because I'm more of like, I want to be around givers. So I'm going to tell you what I can give. So I'm a huge lead generator, but I also can connect you. If I can't give you a lead, I definitely can connect you with someone in your sphere. And I have clients all over the country. So if my client needs your services, I definitely will connect you. And also I have my own networking group as well. You can join it. All the links are right there. And that will give you access to my network as well. And basically what I'm looking for partnerships. I'm looking to partner with people to refer business to me. I know you say you work, Alexandra, I know you say you work in the credit card industry too. I don't know if you work directly with somebody. Is it a partnership or your own ISO? I don't know what it is, but I would love to talk to you more about it and see how we can work together as well. So yeah, that's about it. So all my links are right there. And I'm doing a presentation also on the credit card industry. So if anybody wants more information of how the actual industry works, register my presentation.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Let's see. Taylor, would you please introduce yourself to the rest of the group, and same thing, because I think you're from out of Pittsburgh. Say where you are and what a good referral would be for you.
Okay, well, actually, I'm in Washington, D.C. I'm a real estate broker with Keller Williams. I've been doing that for 4 years after being a high school teacher for 30 years. I have a lot of experience with construction and renovation and landscaping as well. So I kind of bring a whole package into my real estate experience. And I've just become involved with Keller Williams initiative for a social equity task force to try to sort of figure out how to make the real estate field more inclusive for everybody, I guess, so that because their leadership isn't always reflective of the population of everybody who's involved in it. A good referral for me would be somebody wants to buy or sell or rent in DC, Maryland, and hopefully next week Virginia as well. Virginia has a real Byzantine process for getting licensed, and I've been working on it for like 4 months. But I'm this close.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Well, I will do a quick introduction of myself, even though I think a lot of you know me, but I always forget to do this. So my name is Sal Acosta. I'm a business broker. I help people buy and sell businesses. Since they come in all shapes and sizes, typically anything that has 10 to 250 employees, anything that has 0 to about 10 or $20 million in revenue, anything that hopefully, and I know times are tough right now, but hopefully has at least break even, positive cash flow, maybe up to a maximum of $1 or $2 million. Ideal client is somebody that maybe started their business from scratch 10, 20, 30 years ago, has now grown it, is in that age of 60 to 80 where they're starting to look to retire, but the kids are not interested in the business, or nobody else in the families, the employees, whatever, are interested in the business, so they want to market it generally. Normally I do a 2-hour driving radius around the Pittsburgh area, including Cleveland, Columbus, and Ohio, and Morgantown. But now that everybody's getting used to doing business over Zoom and video chat and things like that, there's no reason this can't be done nationally. So, again, if you know of anybody that wants to buy or sell a business, or even just talk about it, let me know. All right. I will. Now everybody's unmuted, so hopefully the introductions maybe triggered some questions that any of you would like to ask somebody else, so please feel free.
I have a question. Alexandra, so the company
Yes, sir.
you said you used to work with Amex, right? So you said
I did.
right. So you say you partner with do you partner with other processors, or you your own ISO?
So no, I partner with processors. So I'm not an expert on any of the services that I actually
Okay.
represent. I'm a
Okay.
connector, which I love what you said about connecting, because that's what I do, and that's why I love networking so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a connector between services and clients. So that's what I am. So I work with specifically one processor that I represent alongside of the other services that I also represent.
Are there any? I mean, is it just because you choose to work with one, or can you work with other
No,
ones?
because I partner up with a major company, so I'm a 1099. So I'm a business within a business. So all the heavy lifting of contracts and figuring out which ones are our partners are done by a major corporation. So I'm a 1099 within that corporation, and the only two things that I do is I acquire customers and I help build distribution. If that makes
Yeah,
any sense.
yeah, it makes sense. So I mean, you're an agent. If you do a 1099, you're pretty much you're an agent.
Right. So I am,
Yeah.
I own my own distribution. So
Okay. All
whatever
right. Yeah.
I
All right.
build,
So
right,
all right.
it's mine.
All right. So
We've been doing it 17 years, but we used to work with a different processor, and then that processor was acquired by a processor called Sphere. You probably know them if you're in the industry.
Well,
And that's who we
I
work
know
with.
about like the 12 main direct processors, the MSPs, and then you got like 2,000 to 3,000 resellers that are ISOs, right? So and
Yeah,
POS
so
dealers.
that's what we do.
All right. So you work with like WorldPay, you work with
It's
First
called
Data.
Sphere.
I'm sorry.
It's called Sphere, Sphere, Sphere.
Okay. All right. So they're nice. So they're an independent sales
That's
organization.
who
Okay.
I work with.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. So
Yeah, but
yeah.
I
So you
like
work.
to chat with you. I mean, I'm always, open to chat, see how we can help each other. Because honestly, that's how I built my whole entire business.
Okay.
I built my business in places that I never knew anyone, and this is how I met people. And just by, I believe in giving too. I was part of a network group, and I understand that the concept of
BNI.
I was in BNI. Yeah,
Yeah. Me too.
yeah, for a long time. So
Right.
yeah, so I
Cool.
understand the process, and I love it, and I believe in this. This is the way it's built.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's connect offline.
Absolutely,
Okay. Cool.
100% looking forward to it. And you say you're in the music industry, and I have a very dear friend of mine that is part of my business, and that's how I met him. But today he became a very dear friend, whose music name has part of your name in it. It has Red on it, but he's his
Mm-hmm.
Redman.
Redman. You mean from Jersey?
Yeah, from Newark.
Yeah, the rapper. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's my guy. I
Yeah.
know.
So I used to
Yeah.
live in North Jersey.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So he's really cool with Method Man. So and that's
Yeah.
Clan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like Wu Tang pretty much taught me how to rap. My friend I met in I went in the Air Force when I was like 18. So I met a ton of people from Staten Island, and I used to go out there to Park Hill days and all that stuff. And they kind of like sharpened my skills. You know what I'm saying? When it came to
Yeah,
rap, like.
sure. They're like old school.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
so like I said, I grew up in the industry. My aunt was super famous. Her name was Donna Summer. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Barbara.
Of course we know Donna
I
Summer.
think Barbara has
Yeah.
heard of her.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was my aunt. So like, I have a single with her as
That's
well.
in your
Like,
blood.
yeah, well, it was in my blood, but I had to work really hard. Like, she didn't give me any breaks. A lot of people think because she was my aunt that I had like breaks. Nah, like she was hard. Like she was super hard on me. So, I wrote a song that she loved, and we recorded it, and we put it out, before she passed away. So,
How
you
special.
know, yeah, it's a special record. It's called Angel. So,
How special.
mhm.
Amazing. I can't wait to hear it. Looking
Yeah,
forward to it. Yeah.
thanks.
Cool. All right. Anybody else for anybody else? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Robert, I wanted to ask for you to put your contact information in the chat.
It's in the group chat already.
It is?
Mhm.
Yeah, he did. It's there. Scroll up.
Okay. All right, Alex, you wanted to say something or ask somebody something?
Yeah, I had a question for Barbara. Your business, is that like an online platform, or is that Pittsburgh area platform? Do people come and meet you in person or from anywhere?
Okay, so I do the majority of my contacting virtually, or email, Facebook, Instagram, that type of thing. I do also run 2 meetup groups in Pittsburgh. One is called Self-Improvement Singles, and the other is called Surviving and Thriving Divorce. And but right now those are being met virtually. I'm not doing anything meeting people in person. I am not a matchmaker, but I do know a matchmaker if somebody is not interested in doing online dating. And so, yeah, I mean, and I love connecting with people. The networking and so forth has been invaluable and a great way for me to feel connected with people, because
Sorry about that.
I'm so used to being around people. In my other career, I've been around people since I was 12 years old working. So to be doing this in isolation, forget about COVID. There was isolation before. It's been really wonderful to join business groups and so forth in order to feel connected to the outside world, especially now during COVID.
So,
Yeah.
Barbara, let me piggyback and ask you a question. Back from when you introduced yourself, you said that you can help people with writing their profiles, their description, their pictures, whatever. Just out of curiosity, so do you send them to get like professional pictures? Do you actually tell them to get makeup done? I mean, how far and how sophisticated does that go? I mean, I know probably at the end is whatever they want to do, but do you suggest professional pictures and makeup and the whole shebang?
Yes. So when I work one-on-one with a client versus my group coaching program, I do recommend that they find a photographer. A lot of times you can find great deals on Groupon to get professional pictures done. I also have friends that are professional photographers that I can refer people to. And I mean, I've had 3 different photo shoots myself over the past few years. One was for online dating, which was successful because I've now been in a 2.5-year relationship. And, but yes, so I feel that, good headshots, good full body shots, people being dressed up, people being casual. So to have professional pictures done, of course, they're going to be quality pictures. But if people do not want to do that, then I do recommend that they send me their pictures and I pick out the ones that would be ideal for a dating website.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to ask Micah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, JoAnn, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, I picked up that you were in home remodeling at one time.
Whoop.
Can people hear me?
Yes, who are you asking that from?
Micah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
I heard you say that one of the things you did was home remodeling or construction. Yeah. I was partners in a construction company and in a real estate development, and I was just curious, how did you like it?
Well, that's a 50-50 question.
I know.
Because the complication that I have a lot is I do a lot of voluntary stuff more than anything. In other words, I basically help clients and basically don't ask for that, especially elders. They're a big, they're a big thing to me. I respect them very much and I take care of them as best I can. But I know one of the things that basically remodeling has caused is people paying a certain amount of money or wanting to spend a certain amount
Hey, Mike, I think you're cutting in and out a little bit. Maybe if you get closer to your laptop, we'll be able to hear you better.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I know this is kind of big and awkward, but maybe this will help.
Is that much better?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I apologize. My speaker does not work well on this. I don't know why. I thought I was close enough. But anyway, but it's what I was saying, JoAnn, is that my biggest problem was if I was working for somebody who wanted work done, they always would give me a hard time on price.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and they would also add things to
Yeah.
the list. And the thing that I recommend to anybody is that you go and establish that before you even get started. So that when you go there, there's no misunderstanding. And even when you do that, you still have people that will try to, let's face it, they try to be as frugal as possible. I mean, if you want to, that's the nice word to say. And it's not like that's a problem for somebody like me who, especially for the elders. I don't mind that because they don't really, they're on a set income and they don't have a lot. But I think that's been my biggest issue with that. But as far as the work is concerned, I love it because the finishing product is a wonderful thing. I mean, when you start something and you finish it, it's always wonderful. I mean, but especially if it comes out and you get the comments from people. But a lot of times in that field, you also get people that, well, that isn't exactly what I had in mind, even though that's what you kind of talked about and discussed prior. So you get a lot of stuff. I mean, I just put it that way. That's why I kind of stepped back out of it. And you got to realize where I came from. I was working, and you guys some of you might even be familiar with Allegheny Commons East downtown, or right outside of downtown. I used to be the maintenance superintendent for them, and they were Section 8. So there was a whole lot of different issues. Plumbing was a major big deal. People not, throwing things down the right tube, whatever you want to say. But it was horrible. It was probably one of the worst experiences I ever had.
Yeah. It's funny because when things would go wrong, I had 5 male partners. I would be the one that had to go in and straighten everything out. The guys would go, "We can't handle this." And whether it was firing someone or going to the client, and I always saved jobs, and I'd talk to the woman, and I'd get her and say, and she'd blame it on her husband, and I'd say, "You're the one that's unhappy. Now let me tell you what I'm going to do for you."
That's true.
But
that is true.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I guess I got a gap. I get a gap in my phone, and I don't know when you stop and when you start. But anyway, but one of the biggest things I find that men usually allow the lady to do the perspective on what happens in the house. And the thing is, the man's paying the bill, the lady's saying what needs to be done, or it could be the vice versa. They both do it, or one disagrees with the other. And so there was a lot of that as well. But so that was another issue that you could run into, certainly.
Let me say this, by the way, real quick. We're at about 2:41 now. We started pretty good on time at 2:01, 2:02. So thank you, everybody, for being so punctual. We'll go for another, 4, 5, 6 minutes. That'll take us to about 45 minutes, which I think is a great time period. Because again, by the way, we'll do another one on July the 13th. So it's not like this has to be the last one. And again, I know a lot of you are veterans that have been here before. Anyway, I'm sorry. Any other questions from anybody to anybody?
Micah, do you mind maybe sharing your information? It's not on the chat.
Who are you asking?
Micah.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, just put in whatever you want. Put your phone, your email. Are you on LinkedIn, by the way?
Yes, I am on LinkedIn. Yes, I am. I do have a profile there. Yes.
If you want to put a link to your profile on LinkedIn, I know a lot of people like to connect on LinkedIn, including myself.
Okay.
All right.
I can't see.
Taylor, any last words before we kind of wrap it up here, Alex or Robert?
No. Nice meeting everybody.
Yeah, nice meeting everybody, and I look forward to connecting with you. I'll try to reach out to everybody, but if you want to connect with me and you want me to send you referrals, please just reach out to me. Anything you want to talk about, just reach out to me. I'm gonna try to reach out to everybody, but if everyone thinks that we can work together or they want a resource or something that I can help them with, just reach out to me.
Robert is really good about that.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Taylor's on here because you snuck. I can't really see you because they have these icons, but yeah, Taylor knows what's up.
Taylor's hidden behind the icons.
Yeah.
I think Micah tried to put his information on, and by doing so, he deleted himself from the chat.
Am I still
hear
here?
him.
I'm really sure.
Oh, you turned the camera off.
If you couldn't do it because you couldn't find it, if you want to, tell me what to put. I can type for you, Micah.
Yeah. Or if you want, just I know you and I have traded emails. Just send me the information on the meetup website itself, or LinkedIn, or however you want to send it to me. I'll add it to the email before I blast it out to everybody.
There you go.
Yeah, what I normally do, I gotta use Google Docs. So what I do is I have my information there, so I just copy and paste it and put it up. But then I take it and I put all my stuff, everybody who's put everything on their chat, I copy and paste and I put in my Google Docs. And I don't know if they have a program here where you can download the on Zoom. You usually can download the chat, but I don't see that option here. But That's what I do. I just have a Google Doc, set aside so I can copy and paste and put everyone's
Yeah,
information.
no, but you're right, Robert. But don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I'll copy and paste. I actually
Okay,
have
cool.
a download of the chat on my side, maybe because
Okay.
I'm administrator or whatever. But when
Mhm.
I send out the email with the link on YouTube, I include the chat on there so everybody can see it.
Yeah, sounds great.
Well, I don't know that, but thank you.
He goes the extra mile. We appreciate you for it, Sal.
Yeah, thank you, Sal, for setting this up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Taylor,
thank you.
your office, your KW office is in DC.
Yes.
I love the culture. I work with real estate professionals, so I'll be reaching out to you so we can chat more. But I learned a lot about your culture. I work with a lady she has 7 KW offices in the Kansas market. She's had them for like 22 years. She took me to the KW reunion, and I truly fell in love with the way that you guys run things. The mentality is so different. I actually went to R4 for Remax the weekend after, and it was like I was in 2 different industries.
Really?
Yeah, it was I tell you when we chat the differences, but it was a different experience because I work with some brokers and Remax as well. So I went with them to R4 in Vegas right before the pandemic. And it was such a different experience from the KW reunion in Dallas. It was like a world of difference.
KW is big about coming from contribution.
Yeah, it's just I see why you guys call it a family reunion, but it comes from all the way up, all the way down. Just
Yeah.
Gary Keller's mentality. So really enjoyed myself at KW. How long you've had your office?
Well, I've been with KW 2 years. I was a realtor for 2 years before that with a small boutique firm, and then I transferred over to KW.
Got it. Excellent. I'll be reaching out if that's okay.
I'm sorry, Alejandra, go ahead.
No, I was just telling Taylor that I was going to reach out to him.
Good.
If that was okay with him.
Oh yeah, I was planning to reach out to you. So
excellent.
One thing I'm going to do when I send out the email blast, I'm going to put a link to the video interviews that JoAnn and I do, in case anybody's interested. Because they're a lot of fun and they're real simple to write over the video interview. And,
you said you guys had a podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
Yes,
Let's Talk Business.
Let's Talk Business. You're gonna send a link.
Yes. I'll send you.
I want to see it. 100% want to see it.
And then if you want to do it, then just let us know and we'll coordinate something.
Absolutely.
One more thing I want to add. I want to add one thing. I am currently conducting interviews that are going to be posted on Facebook. So if anybody is interested in promoting themselves, my email is in the chat, and send me an email that you're interested in, and we'll set up an interview. And we do a little 3-minute thing to post on Instagram if you have an Instagram account.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, Barbara, that's cool. I'll probably be reaching out to you.
Yeah, Instagram is the wave. That's it right there, Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is this to promote yourself as a single or outside of your business, or is it within the realm?
What am I promoting myself?
I just want to be clear. I don't want to get in trouble.
Don't get us in trouble.
That's another conversation.
This is not about me. This is about all of you. And I call it, so the name of my business is called The Best You. So I'm calling it The Best You, Connecting the World of Coaches.
Mm.
So that's what it's called. I have an intro video at the beginning, and so it's launching today. I just had 2 interviews. I have 2 more this afternoon and some more during the week. And I'm really ramping it up. And once a week, there's going to be a video posted on Facebook that will promote somebody. So get on it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you talked about it before.
What's your Instagram link? So I put. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We just changed it. I think it's called The Best You, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Let me look. Go ahead, somebody else.
Robert, I want to reach out to you because I'm doing a major event in October,
Okay.
and it's going to be around entertainment and honoring women's right to vote.
Okay.
So, and I have some jazz singers lined up in that, but I'd love to talk to you because technology is, I think I should say it, and it should just occur. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, so I mean, I grew up around very strong, powerful Black women. So they taught me how to respect women just on a whole different level. Like when I talk to a lot of women, like they say how respectful I am, because I guess there's a lot of guys, I guess, that's in the business world, but then they have this other agenda. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just cracks me up how they say oh, you're so respectful, you're so this and that. And I'm just like, yeah, this is business. I'm not trying to. This is about business, and they just you don't understand how many guys act like they're trying to do business and it's something else,
You're just doing what's right.
yeah. So
you're just doing what you should be doing, right? And there's nothing special about it.
Right. Yeah. So I'd love to talk to you about that more. Whatever I could do to assist you.
Thank you.
And I also need to write a book too, so I need to talk to you about that as well.
I'm very good at it.
Okay, awesome. Because I don't know what.
I'm actually very happy to see that we're actually seriously, and this will be maybe my closing, but I am very happy to see that we're making a lot of connections in these sessions. We're setting up a lot of meetings for after this little 45-minute intro. So that makes me happy because I think we're fulfilling the purpose of this platform and this meeting, which is honestly just to get to know other people, find ways to work together, to leverage our expertise, our businesses and whatever. So I'm actually thrilled that there's going to be so much activity after this short introduction that we've done here of each other. So thank you all very much.
It was a beautiful meeting today.
Yes.
It was
Yes,
excellent.
absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you all very
All
much.
right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna cut it off. You've all scheduled your meetings. I'll share the chat log with everybody's contact information. And if you want to meet some other people, again, usually it's half have been here before, half are new. So we'll do another one on July 13th virtual. We're gonna cancel the physical lunch, and hopefully I can see a lot of you again on July 13th, Monday at 2 p.m.
I'll be here.
Awesome. Thank you, Sal.
All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Thank you, Sal. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Sal. Thanks again. Thank
Talk to
you,
y'all.
Sal.